Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV. Welcome to the match preview of our game tomorrow against West Ham. It's going to be an entertaining game, I feel. It's going to be a bit tricky too as well. But you guys, you know how I like to structure these things. I like to talk about any team news. I like to talk about SARRI in this press conference. I like to talk about the opposition. And I like to talk about how we can beat the opposition as well. But of course, you guys, with the delay, the squad facing Greece, of course, their flights were delayed by a day due to bad weather. That means that there's no press conference. Now, of course, SARRI said a few things at the end of that game against PAOK. So I'm going to have to go by that. But really, there isn't much to say about it, really. I mean, Pedro, his injury isn't too severe. He might not be playing against West Ham tomorrow, but he should be back pretty soon. And with Kovacic as well, it seems like he should be okay for West Ham as well. And to be honest, you guys, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go straight into the predicted lineup part of this video. As you guys can see, it's back to basics as usual. But I have gone for Olivier Giroud over Alvaro Morata. Now, as I was stating in my video, and I still stand by this, I respect that Morata still had that desire to get in those positions to try and get a goal. And hopefully it does come for him, because it shows that there is desire and there is confidence. He isn't trying to shy away, and he must be commended for that. But as I was saying before, in that video that was taken down by the FA, so thank you FA, of course, that 5 talking points video, I feel with Olivier Giroud playing up front, he gets more out of Eden Hazard. Why is that? Number one, Olivier Giroud holds on to the ball. That means that one of the opposition defenders has to actually focus their attentions on Olivier Giroud. He basically takes a man out of the game in the final third, and when you're someone like Eden Hazard, that makes a massive difference. You've got someone to play 1-2s with. You can play layoffs with them as well. And that frees up space for Hazard to actually get closer to the goal. And it's no surprise why he scored 5 goals so far. His best goal tally at the start of the season, so far in his 7 seasons at Chelsea. And who knows, you guys, maybe instead of looking for a Dries Mertens type of striker, maybe if you focus towards someone like an Olivier Giroud, but maybe a bit better than him that can score as well, that could be more beneficial for someone like Hazard. Because as I keep saying, if you can get Hazard scoring 40 goals, that most likely means that you're winning at least 2 trophies, especially with the standard of players we have at this club and with SARRI as well. And you know what? I would love to see Eden Hazard winning a Ballon d'Or. So let's see if that can happen. Of course, too, Willian's going to be playing in this game. And as I've been saying to you guys, I think that not only has Eden Hazard been playing exceptionally well, but the rest of our front 3 players as well. Willian's been doing very well, so has Pedro. It makes so much sense, you guys. There's a reason why we spent so much money on all these attacking players. It's taken how many years to get the right manager, to get the right system to use these guys. As I've been saying forever, when you get players playing to their strengths, you can really see what they can do. And I think so far that our front 3 is really testament to everything I've been saying. But let's hope that, we do see some of the other guys getting a chance in this game. I'm hoping that maybe Hudson-Odoi or Ampadu can get on the bench for this game. I'm hoping that maybe Ruben can get some game time as well. I'm just hoping to see how SARRI's going to rotate later on as this game does go on. Anyway, you guys, moving on to West Ham. Now, West Ham are actually very, very interesting. Now, I'd probably say the major criticism and the reason why West Ham have been so poor so far is the fact that Pellegrini hasn't found his right team or the right system. They've used about 3 different formations so far. It's a bit similar to Conte's first season in charge at Chelsea. And with Pellegrini, West Ham have used a 4-2-3-1. They've used a 4-4-2. They've used a 4-2-3-1 where they've been using 2 defensive midfielders. And they've been using someone like Wilshere as a deep line playmaker. And they finally changed to a 4-3-3 against Everton. They did win 3-1, their first victory of the season. It's a long time coming. And this is why West Ham are pretty interesting now, because I think using a 4-3-3 is the best system for them. Now, what made a massive difference? Number one, Declan Rice playing in midfield, playing in that holding role. West Ham desperately needed to use a system like this to really help keep some solidity in midfield and really help out when West Ham are defending off the ball, because that's West Ham's major weakness. It's been their weakness since Slaven Bilic for a very long time, and that's the fact that their defending off the ball is bad, it's atrocious. Their front 3 don't press, they don't help back enough, they don't do anything. Their midfield doesn't really have the legs as well, they get overrun too easily. And I think that they're really susceptible to being beaten out wide as well. So again, there's so much stress put on West Ham's midfield that they constantly get exposed and overrun. And it's no surprise that Pellegrini's finally seen the light and decided to go for a 3-man midfield system. We could be a bit fortunate against West Ham though. There's a chance that Arnautovic might not be playing against us tomorrow, and personally, you guys, I think that's great news to hear. Now, Arnautovic actually made his debut playing as a striker against us, and we did lose 1-0 to them. And since then, he's gone on to score 14 goals, he's got 7 assists. And in my opinion, outside the top 4, I'd probably say he's the best striker in the Premier League. When I say that, I'm not just looking at his goals, I'm looking at the guy's overall play. Hold-up play. He can beat a man easily. Very strong, very strong. He can play with his back to goal. He can play facing the player as well. He's very fast. His shooting's ridiculous. You guys, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on Arnautovic. If Chelsea were linked with him or tried to sign him, would you go for him? Me personally, I think that this guy could be an upgrade to Olivier Giroud in the future. Now you guys, cast your minds back to when we were linked with Mitrovic from Fulham. Think about it. Olivier Giroud's getting older. He's a great target man. He's not going to last forever. Chelsea probably think we need to have another player of these dimensions in the squad. Who's available? I'd personally go for Arnautovic. I think he's a complete forward. He can do everything. And I think that he should be playing in the Champions League. He should be playing at a higher level. And I think he's very underrated in my opinion. And if this guy doesn't play against us tomorrow, it's only going to make our lives much easier. And hopefully that means that Sarri can be only the 3rd manager in Premier League history to get 6 wins in a row since joining a Premier League team. But West Ham do have one very potent threat. And one thing I have to give them credit for is that I think they're one of the most dangerous teams on the counter-attack. Even in the games we've seen them play already this season, yeah, they've lost, but they've still been carrying a very dangerous counter-attacking threat. Felipe Anderson, one of the fastest guys in the league, exceptional ball control. He's been doing very well. Yarmolenko finally getting his first start against Everton, scored 2 goals. The guy's exceptionally skillful. He really is very skillful. Likes to cut inside forward. He has a goal in him. He can play a pass. And I think that he can really cause Alonso a lot of problems. But you guys, even though they do have very good attacking players, as I've been saying already, they don't defend as a unit, as a team. I think obviously having Declan Rice playing the holding midfield role there, he can break up the play, he can intercept, and he can really help the midfield a lot because the rest of the team, especially the front 3, don't do anything defensively to help out. Yes, I know they carry a threat going forward, but when you're playing against Chelsea, you have to do your defensive due diligence. You need to come back, help out your fullbacks, and I don't see Felipe Anderson or Yarmolenko really coming back often and really helping out. So I think this is an area we're definitely going to exploit, and I think now's a good time to transition into how I think we can beat West Ham. Number 1, I think the biggest bonus is the fact that we're masters at dictating the game and controlling the ball and winning that midfield battle. You guys, we've had the best possession rate in the whole of Europe. It's the first time I've been seeing Chelsea keeping more than 70% possession in a game, and I think that this is a great way to counter against West Ham and their counter-attacking threat. Now, under previous managers, we just really keep a low block and defend to stop that from happening, which would then affect our attacking players. But now, because we've got 2 of the best ball-playing defenders in the world in David Luiz and Rudiger, and you guys, when you watch them, I mean, you really have to see these guys play live. You just never ever feel nervous when they play out from the back, especially when Jorginho's dropping deeper to link up with them. I mean, it's incredible. And I see this helping because I can't see West Ham's front 3 pressing our defence or pressing Jorginho to close them down. I can see them falling back deeper into low blocks to try and keep their shape. But I can also see the fact that, yes, there will be times that Felipe Anderson and Yarmolenko will drop deeper, but they're not going to win any tackles. They're not going to follow or track their runners consistently. And I think that as the game goes on, they're going to get tired. They're going to be exploited because they're going to be left isolated on the counter-attack. Now, there is actually one low-key threat from West Ham. And as I was watching the game that West Ham beat Everton in, I noticed that Pedro Obiang, the Spanish international, he played in midfield alongside Noble and Declan Rice. And I think that this guy needs to be playing for West Ham now to the end of the season. He carried a counter-attacking threat with his passes. I think he got an assist and he got a pre-assist in the game as well. He was very good, very tenacious. And I think that he's another person to watch out for. But at the same time, if they're not in control of possession, if they're not keeping the ball, what can they really do? You know, I think West Ham are much better under Pellegrini when they are keeping possession. Against Everton, they had 56% possession of the ball, but against us, they're not going to get anywhere near that. And I can see us really dominating the flanks, and I see us creating spaces between the lines where the likes of Hazard, Kovacic, Willian can really operate in and cause West Ham a lot of issues. I just see West Ham making a lot of defensive mistakes, and I don't really see them keeping their concentration levels high throughout the entire game. So my score prediction for the game tomorrow is going to be 3-0 for Chelsea. I see Hazard continuing his scoring streak. I think that's definitely going to happen against West Ham. And you guys in the comment section below, now the video is over, give me your thoughts and opinions on this game. Are you worried about West Ham? Do you think that Arnautovic would be a great player for Chelsea? Let me know below. And you guys, one more thing, I'm going to be doing a Q&A live stream later tonight. So you guys make sure that you do stay tuned for that. It's going to be around 9 or 10 PM. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. I'm the NEFC. This is Blue Lines TV. Signing out.